Well, I've loved music ever since I was a kid, and it's just really, like spoken to me, which I know a lot of people say music just speaks to you, but music has always been a part of my life in terms of allowing it to speak for me when I couldn't really, have those moments to say what I feel and everything. And I've always wanted to be a musician and an artist. I just really never thought I had the capability to because of my background, also where I come from, being in such a strict family and being such into a family of parents being immigrants and coming to the US. But I think over time that experience and everything has really helped me grow into an artist because I get to use that inspiration as well as what I've taken from like growing up when I was a kid into my music. So that's like the main reason. How I try to stay motivated, really I just try to push myself to do it, to be like, okay, you're here for a reason. It's not time to slack off, you're here to make your dreams at least a reality. And I think really my motivation to just keep going and to not have any setbacks is family too. My family sacrificed a lot to come here in terms of like how they got here and everything, and my parents did a lot for me growing up in terms of how I wanted my dreams to become a reality, and they just really did a lot for me. So I think just pushing myself to keep going, even on days when I don't feel like I want to go and I feel like I have those creative blocks, I just try to tell myself, okay, just keep going, like just keep going, you're gonna do fine. And also I feel like my family is also that motivation to not have those setbacks and like those writer's blocks and stuff. I think my Ethiopian heritage, how it influences my music, a lot of Ethiopian music, when you first hear it, it's very different. The flow is different, the rhythm is different. We use a lot of unique drums and sounds, and our music is just authentically different. And I really have been I'm working on a project now where I'm trying to incorporate a lot of my Ethiopian like heritage in terms of the music, how it flows, how you sing it specifically, and even speaking the language, Amharic. I'm really trying to incorporate that in my music, and right now I'm just working on how to tie that in, because I think that's a really huge part of what I want to do too. Yes, I do want to be an artist and I do want to make music for fans if I ever get the chance, but I also want to make music for people back at home, my family back at home, and for my people back at home to be like, hey, this girl is making Ethiopian music and she's really killing it. So hopefully that project works out well. But yeah, I think growing up too, I had a really harsh identity crisis. I just didn't appreciate where I came from. Like I didn't get it. I think especially growing up into a family of like whatever country you come from, and growing up into a family of immigrant parents and all that, you just kind of feel stuck, because it's like, at least I did. I felt stuck because I felt like, oh, well, I'm not like these other kids and I have such an unusual name. But at the end of the day, I just had to keep telling myself, especially when I got older, you can't choose where you come from. This is who you are. This is your culture. This is your lifestyle. So if you can't accept that, then there's no way for you to accept yourself internally. So I just had to tell myself, this is who I am. I'm Mektis. I can't change anything. I'm from Ethiopia. I'm just gonna have to rock with it. But now I just love it, because especially now growing up too and experiencing my culture, not a lot of like children and people my age, they never get to experience their culture, either because their parents are too scared to, or they just didn't get the opportunity. And I'm grateful to say I've given up the opportunity to experience my culture and share it with other people. And so I think that's what made me like the person I am today, because I get to experience that. So my sophomore year, I was vice president of ASA, which is African Student Association. That's here on campus. It's a club. And I've really been able to outlet and outreach my culture. And it's kind of nice because yes, a lot of African students go to ASA, but a lot of African American students and a lot of students of of other colors and everything, they've been able to go to that club and they've been able to see the cultures that come out of it, not just mine but others. And in terms of music, yeah, I've performed a couple of my songs. We've had huge events. One of them is Journey to Africa, which is held every spring semester, and I was grateful enough to perform one of my very own songs. And you got to see also other cultures, you know, thrive in their own way performing. I got to dance the national Ethiopian dances, and also for the Ent Center there was a world music ensemble, which is where we got to take different cultures from different parts of the world and perform it to the music students and other students that attended. And I was grateful enough to perform one of my favorite Ethiopian songs, which is called Misika by I forgot the name of her, but it's my favorite song. But I got to perform it in front of my fellow music students and my fellow music professors, so that was really cool. I got to really outreach that. Unfortunately, no, my parents have not been involved in my music. They actually didn't know I was a music major until my junior year. I changed my major my spring semester of my freshman year. I was just like, I hate the major I was in. I was originally a secondary education major, emphasizing first in math. I hated that. And then I did history. Also hated that. So I was just like, hey, why not do something I love? I mean, am I good at it? No. Can I improve on it and grow progress into it? Yes. So I changed it to music. And ever since then, I just fell in love with my major and everything. But it was really hard to tell my parents because they are African, and usually a lot of African, young adults at my age are either in the nurse field or going to be a lawyer or a doctor or whatever. So it was very nerve-wracking telling them, and it was kind of crazy because I didn't even tell them. I just blurted it out during one of the Journey to Africa performances. And my mom called me and she was like, hey, so what's going on here? So they, at the moment, they were not supportive, and they honestly, they didn't even know. But after they found out and everything, and after I had a really good conversation with them, they were very supportive and everything. And they're like, if this is really what you want to do, I mean, even though it could make you money, it could make you not a lot of money, you could be struggling for a while. If it's really what you want to do and if it's really what makes you happy, then we support you. So at least now I'm grateful that they support me. Yeah, I'm really excited to perform The Lonely Goatherd, which is from the Sound of Music Broadway show and from the movie. That song is really tricky. It's really hard because you have to go fast and you have to remember all the yodels and the high pitches and the different notes that she hits. So I'm really hoping I can hit it, I can do it, and you have to also, memorization is key, especially when performing. That one, and also the 2 Whitney Houston songs that I'm going to be performing. I'm going to be singing All at Once and I Have Nothing, which we all know, Whitney, she's hard. She's hard to hit. She has such an amazing vocal range, and her ability to hit a note and just, wow, her voice is just incredible. So I hope I can have that same lung strength capacity. I hope Whitney will be there, to support me. So, yeah, but I'm really excited for those 3 songs to perform because, those are also challenging songs. And also, for the Whitney Houston songs, me and my mom were huge Whitney fans. My mom loves Whitney Houston, so I'm hoping I can surprise her with those 2 songs.